In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the correct heart rate zones for your Garmin watch. Now, whether you're using the wrist-based heart rate monitor, a chest strap one, or an arm-based one, you're going to get lots of different information which isn't necessarily going to be that accurate or isn't going to be that useful with the data that Garmin is making assumptions on. We're going to head over to the app in just a moment. I'm going to show you some setting changes which are going to give you the best information and also help me to give you the best training I possibly can.
Okay, so let's have a look at how we can change these settings for heart rate. So you're going to head up to your main menu at the top here. Again, on Android devices and iOS devices it may be slightly different. However, here we're going to straight to the top. We're going to go down to the bottom and hit Garmin devices. And then we're going to go to the synced watch that we're going to use, in this case the Fenix 6S Pro. We're going to head then down into our user settings, before we then go down into heart rate zones at the bottom here. The settings you see here are the standard settings that always comes with Garmin. Now what it's doing is, based on the information you put in around your age, it's telling you your maximum heart rate. The calculation uses this is 220 minus your age to assume a maximum heart rate, in my case, at this stage anyway, of 188. This is the most basic variation of this heart rate calculating formula and doesn't take into account the fitness levels that a runner such as yourself will have. Now we can do custom heart rate zones on running, cycling and swimming, so if you're doing multiple sports you can set these individually, as this will change quite significantly. Assuming you're just going to be running it, we're going to set up the top here and we're going to change this. So we're going to go into percentage of heart rate reserve. Essentially what this does, it factors in your heart rate at resting levels, which then changes these zones. So then we plug in our resting heart rate. So you can use custom, you can also use an auto average, which will set up the information for you, or you can just change this. Now at the minute I'm going to set this in because I know mine, I closely track mine, and mine generally sits around about 38 to 42, so we get an average of 40. If you then go back into this, you can then see the heart rate zones have changed quite significantly based on what they were earlier. Although the maximum heart rate is still rating at 188 tops, this has changed the zone significantly. Now I say significantly, the numbers aren't enormously different, they're often sort of 2 to 3 beats out per minute. But if you are someone who uses heart rate quite closely in your training, then this can make quite a big difference into what you do with your sessions. Generally speaking, the heart rate differences you'll see will be quite significantly greater than what we've seen in the difference between my own here. Once you've done this change, you're ready to go, simply sync your watch and everything will be ready to rock and roll. Whilst I don't often recommend people train with heart rate as a basis of their work, it can be a really useful tool when it comes to analysis. We look at things like the training effect and anaerobic training effect of every run to make sure you're getting the benefit we're looking for.